I literally just saw the pop-up that said, hey, the stream disconnected, because of course it fucking does. This is a golden opportunity to tell you how I really
I just
feel.
noticed that, yeah.
Yeah. This is a golden opportunity to tell you how I really feel, and I'm going to take full advantage of it. Come on, give me a break. Wouldn't you be embarrassed if someone you knew when you were alive told you how attractive you are? I would, but I am Darkland right now, so I don't care. Why, you little... This is exactly why I hate
I
you.
mean, I would, but I'm...
This reminds me of that comic of, what was it? Kiara and Hans Christian Andersen were trapped in a room, and the only way to get out of the room was if they were to sleep with each other. Or, specifically, I think the specific wording is the door will not unlock until you two have fucked each other. And then, Kiara gets all lewd and everything like that, but then Anderson just says something censored, and it just hits her right in the emotions, and she's just like, wait, what? And then Anderson's just like, there's more than one way to fuck with you. And then you just hear more of it going on.
Oh, god damn it.
And then you just hear more and more of it going on, and then Kiara's like, wait, I need a safe word! And then so many people just see them walk out of the room together. Kiara's all flustered. Anderson's just like, huh. And everybody's just like, oh, those two fucked. Be that as it may, this is the only way I can express my day-to-day frustrations. Now you listen to me, Lady Yume Ren. At times, that beautiful form of yours can be toxic. While Lord Zhongyu may be able and willing to support you with his iron intellect, the same cannot be said of other servants. But that doesn't matter? Yes, I know. But you're the only one who thinks so. As far as other servants are concerned, some aspects of you are so overwhelmingly attractive that they would be willing to become beasts for your sake. Please?
You know who else is willing to become a beast for her sake?
God damn it, Kojin.
My mom!
I don't know how to respond to hearing that sort of thing from you. Beasts? Beasts? Have you been harboring such filthy animalistic desires for Lady Yu all this time, you closet pervert? Not really, no. I've always thought of love, desire, affection, and yearning as fundamentally different things, so... oh. I see. Well, I can understand that. Sometimes she can be so beautiful, she seems more like a marble statue than a person, after all. I know what you mean. Me too. Most of the time, she just goes around doing whatever she wants, but every now and then she gets this fleeting air about her that takes your breath away. Oh, now don't you start too, Mash! Now then, I think I'll compliment you some more. I must say, it does feel good to cut loose and say exactly what's on my mind for a change. I can't take it anymore! If we don't stop him now, Prince of Lunling and I are both going to die of embarrassment. So we'll just have to beat his ass unconscious.
And not a single compliment for Pence Buns of Steel.
To be fair, Pence not in this event.
We need a summer Pence. Now.
There are a lot of servants that need summer variations and haven't gotten them yet.
Especially ones with buns of steel.
Okay, dude, you're getting the point across.
Oh, I'm getting my point across, alright.
Ma, she's doing the thing again!
My god, man. Ah!
He's spending all his gems because he wants to see some buns and thighs. Yeah, buns and thighs.
You...
Yeah, thighs that can crush.
Thank you,
titanium.
SpongeBob. Thank you.
Let's see. What would be
Water
a
leaves
good...
dice that can crush watermelons.
We get, mate.
All right.
I'm Horny Jail personified, Drake. What do you want from me? I am the Horny Jail.
Where?
I think it's time to unleash unlimited bonkworks.
戦闘だがその前に可愛い女の子とご縁がありますようにお祈り終了行くぞ
Okay. Tesla coil. Screw it. I'm gonna do it again.
Still mad at Tesla for getting Fran so mad she wasted her.
天下無双の力見せてやら
Like, you do not piss off Fran like that.
狙いを定めて
Let's see. Do. There we go. Nice brave chain.
アルテミス
That's
I
true.
hear phone.
その力を貸してくれお前と一緒なら負ける気がしないよしぶちかますアルテミスアグノス勇気凛々やってやるそらそらそらせい逃げられると思うなよ
I still feel that, okay, yeah, you have the initial 5 cards per turn. The maximum you can have is 50 crit stars, because that makes all of them 100% chance to crit. But I feel like to take the Brave Chain or the Noble Phantasms into account, if we get excess of 50 stars, then the remaining stars should go to those. Ready for the fairies? Yes, I am ready for the fairies. I would like to scramble the fairies.
Scramble the fairies.
Scramble the fairies!
No one talks about scrambling the fairies. Nobody ever talks about pulling back the fairies.
さすがに暑いわ
Okay, Yume Ren is down.
I think the reason why no one talks about pulling back the fairies is because that special was not very good in retrospect.
Alright, let's get some NP gain for Robin Hood. I'm trying to tell you now, it's sabotage! Oh, come on. He blocked against the poison aspect. Damn it. Ah! Hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Alright, overkill time.
とはなんだ？そう、イカズチだ。
Alright, there we go. Huh. Assassin this time. It's not enough. I still have so many more compliments left to pay. I'll pay them, okay? Me, so just shut up already. Alright. If you insist. Falls asleep. Man. Just when you think you know a human. But anyway, at least we've won now. Give it up, Jufu. This isn't over yet. I still have an ace up my sleeve. Oh yeah? Then let's see this death you're going to give me already. But if you think it's going to be your last massacre that ends with me dead, you've got another thing coming. Oh no, that's where you're wrong. This will most certainly be the end, Lady Yu. I still have one death left to give you. A death that you could never have seen coming, even in your wildest dreams. You will die by battling yourself.
What?
No way. It's me. This is exactly why I split you in two. Once you've killed yourself, my collection will finally be complete. Yeah, well, I always knew it was going to come to this. Right? Of course you did. Wait, what? That other me was pretty much bound to end up as my evil doppelganger, right? So all I've got to do is match her timing. Come on, me, let's do this thing. Alright, this time, I guess I can get away with pretty much any... craft essence I can put on her, yeah? I think I'll go with Duke of Flame. Let's see. Remind me what her Noble Phantasm does again. Special attack melee damage, inflict burn to a single enemy. Alright. Let's go. Disco? With myself? Outrageous!
God, I love that scene. That episode is also a self-fulfilling prophecy because we see that is why that Timmy trying to save Crocker is why Crocker ends up the way he does. Timmy's like, okay, why is Crocker so obsessive and self-destructive? Goes back in time, tries to fix it. He ends up being the very cause.
Yeah. That's why sometimes the winning move is not to play.
John, what did you say? What the fuck? This is in the jukebox. John says, shout out to Emma Stone Kojin for holding the... Oh, I misread that as fart! I need can get an eye doctor's appointment so I can get my new glasses.
舞の練習ってふざけお前がやりなさいよ。たまにはこういうのもね、触れられると思うとか。上からくるくるしてみよう。最後にこう。
Alright, let's see. Let's get some crit stars.
上からくるくるしてみよう。触れられると思うとか。我が舞は皇后様だけに捧げられるもの。すなわちそれを見る貴様らに命はない。末尾の記憶として残すことができる。我が身と同じく悪魔と果てと散るがよ。アンチフリングランド。さあ、もう死んでいい。触るな。触るな。触るな。触るな。
Alright, and let me do this just in case. Oh, right, no buffs. Well, that was me being an idiot.
お前ふざけてるの？たまにはこういうのもね。あの方の目を楽しませたいだけ。どこを見てる？さあ、もう死んでいい。舞ふざけ。皇后様、たまにはこういうのもね。触れられると思うとか。我が舞は皇后様だけに捧げられるもの。すなわちそれを見る貴様らに命はない。末尾の記憶として残すことができる。我が身と同じく悪魔と果てと散るがよ。アンチフリングランド。最後にこう。
There we go. Okay. Alright, last arrow of this one, and it's Archer. Got you! If you fight death with death, and life with life, then of course you've got to fight explosions with explosions. Huh? You thought you would kill me with me? That would mean losing a battle against myself, and that's never going to happen. If it ever came to that, I'd sooner blown myself to Kingdom Come. You're going to self-destruct? My curse simply obeys his will. Bloom and scatter, like the poppy flower of my past. Anti-fling rondo! If I'm blowing up, I'm taking you with me. Ah! Ah! Blood! Blood! Even when you know it's coming, it's still pretty gross, isn't it? It's best you not get too accustomed to this sort of thing, Master. How can you be so heartless? Didn't you see that? Lady you just went BAM! Like an overinflated balloon! It's okay. Huh? She'll be back soon. And I'm back. Oh, she's back. Thank goodness. Wait, no, damn it! What's going on, Lady Yu? And where'd the other Lady Yu go? She blew up too, right? So when she did, I merged with her. Merged? Merged? Did she say merged? See that, Kohai? There's nothing I can't do. We saw. It's very impressive. Are you sure you didn't get anything weird mixed in while you were merging, Senpai? Huh? What do you mean, weird? A fly? Don't be ridiculous. I'd never merge with anything like that. I'm fine. At least I'm pretty sure I'm fine. Be honest with me, do I have any weird wings or antennae? Help me! Help me! It's okay, Yumiren. You're still your usual swimsuited self. Right. Of course I am. How about you, Shinobi? What do you think? About you being my perfect Yumiren senpai, you mean? Exactly. Now I've got double the spirit origin, double the density, and the same amount of love for Lord Jiang Yu as ever. Because I'd long since maxed it out. It's not over yet. I still have the immortal slaying mask. Sure do. So I'm gonna smash it now. Okay, Kohai. Perfect Yumiren is gonna do her thing. Sound the gong. Gong? We didn't bring a gong. Then do your best gong impression. Bong. There. Now I'm all fired up and ready to punish you for your misdeeds, Jufu. Really? Oh, I can't wait. Do over. Very well then, Lady Yu. If this is what I must do to give you the death you so desire, I will just have to kill you myself. Sorry, Jufu, but I stopped wishing for that death a while ago. But oh well, now that we've come this far, I'll just have to knock some sense into you. From this point on, this horror movie is now officially an action flick. Ever see one of those, Jufu? In action flicks, you can destroy just about anything with a strong enough attack. Now let's do this.
It's called the Alien franchise.
I don't think she had it in mind.
I did. Because I'm a horror nut.
Let's switch to... Ooh. There we go. Okay. Lancer Party. Oh wait, no, that's the Saber Party.
Look, box with blankets in it.
There's the Lancer Party. Okay, and let's go ahead and switch with her. Okay, so now both of those two are in the front. And we've also got Lord Vlad right up there.
Yummy.
Alright, let's tear it up. Grand battle.
Let's do this!
Alright. Let's see. Innocent monster. Screw it, brave chain.
お前がやりなさいよ。たまにはこういうのもね。触れられると思うとか。あの方の目を楽しませたいだけ。最後にこう。触るな。
Let's buff some quick.
見せたくはないんだけど。
See. For Vlad, let's recover some health. And boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang.
上からくるくるしてみよう。上からくるくるしてみよう。
There you go. Alright, first health bar down. Death resist down, except both copies of Yume Ren have an immune to death status, so not really gonna do anything.
お前が前のれふざけてるの？たまにはそういうのもね。触れられると思うとか。あの方の目を楽しませたいだけ。
And second health bar is down.
もう死んでいい。
Okay. Fire 1, Fire 2, Fire 3.
降雨様より託されたこの槍は夏の魔物をことごとく撃滅さしまう。我が呪いはただその意に従うのみ。大差散り狂え。ありし日の手当ちがごとくカマ出滅サーブ。イマジナリー降雨様展開完了。装備シミュレーションスタート。
Alright, she has a gut status, but Vlad is the last in the NP chain, so he gets the kill shot. Come to think of it, I probably should have used him for the fight against Summer Kiara, since he has an Ignore Invincible buff there. And that was the last of her guts, so we can just kick her ass.
前の練習ってことふざけてるの？たまにはこういうのもね。降雨様に捧げます。
And that's it. There we go. Now we have the other missions kicking in. Easy! It's over. There, I smashed it to pieces. And my hopes and your dreams along with it. It took me 2,200 years to make it. I'm sure that sucks, but unfortunately, I just don't need it now. What about 100 years from now? Are you sure you'll still feel the same way then? You might be happy now, but you don't know what's going to happen over the next 100 years. Someone could summon you and force you to do things that eat away at your soul. Someone could discover your inhuman nature and imprison and torture you for their own gains. So why? How can you be so sure that... You think you know my own mind better than I do? I'll cross that bridge when I reach it 100, hell, 1,000 years from now. I'm sure my future self will curse my present self sometimes. Hell, I'm sure there'll be times when I'll be pissed off at my past self too. But I'd never think of making any requests for my future self to uphold. Now that I've been reunited with Lord Zhongyu, my place, my feelings, will always be right here. And, well, I guess technically the group of Kohai there might have a little something to do with it too. Only a little, though. Thank you, Yume-ren. Best senpai in the world! Don't you mean in the universe? I've never seen anyone so fickle. You're naive, selfish, and standoffish all at once. Remember when you used to yearn for death? Yeah, I do. That's why I made that mask, you know. I thought you had a right to choose whether to go on living or to rest in peace forever. But see, the problem with that's... Oh, yes, I know. That goal began to warp into something else even when I was still alive. My pursuit of immortality became about killing it. And I imbued that mask with countless false deaths in order to realize that goal. I wasn't playing around, but I was taking a risk. When I first came to this singularity, my old home, really, I was honestly taken aback. I never would have dreamed that my apprentices could have made it this far. It took them sacrificing their lives and conducting countless inhumane experiments. But they came tantalizingly close to reaching the goal. Yeah, they did. They might have picked the worst possible way to go about trying to kill an immortal. But it might have just been the simplest approach humans could take. All the time it took them aside. Yes, that's the most regrettable part, isn't it? Oh well, nothing to be done for it now. I still find it adorable that she's still holding that plushy version of Yume-ren right there. No, there isn't. Like they say, you reap what you sow. And what you've sown has reaped you a miserable disappearance. If that's true, then it's only a matter of time until you fade away miserably too. Yeah, you're not wrong. But that's not happening just yet. I'm happy to let my future self deal with it when the time comes. You really are the worst. Oh, shut up. The way she turns her nose up in indignation hasn't changed at all. Not even 2,200 years later. No, it seems that I'm the one who's changed. Somewhere along the way I began to want to keep her by my side. Even though I knew her innocence and free spirit would never tie her down to anyone. But who could blame me? I'm only human. And no human would want to relegate that stunning figure she struck into a single night's dream. In that sense, I guess I really was ordinary. Still, at least one good thing came from this. You know, Lady Yu? Even if I have to suffer eternal torment in hell for what I've done, I don't regret any of it. After all, everything I did, let me see you again. Goodbye, Jufu. It's finally over, huh? Fo. Yes, it is. Even Fo is exhausted. My ally! Is that you, my ally? I'm happy to report that all the servants who were being held in the underworld are being freed as we speak. They should all make their way back to the land of the living momentarily. Ah, we thought you guys might be all wrapped up here. All the slashers, zombies, and ghosts we were fighting have disappeared. Well, there do seem to be a few stragglers left behind, but I'm sure they'll follow suit soon enough. Phew! Congratulations on a job well done, everyone. I think it is time we returned to the cottage and played some party games. Are you and Mash okay, Silver Shinobi? We're fine, thank you, Ilya. I'm glad to see you're okay, too. Yay! I see. So it's all over, then. Thanks for everything, Abby. Don't thank me. If you want to thank someone, it should be my father and his elder friends. I'm only the Shrine Maiden serving as a vessel for the Outer God's power, after all. Even so, I still appreciate it. Well, I suppose I can live with that. Is it just me, or does Master tend to pay more attention to kids who are a little bit naughty? Hey, it makes sense. Well-behaved kids don't need as much care. Naughty kids get more attention, huh? Uh-oh, Ilya's getting ideas. Hey, Silver Shinobi. What's up? Well... Can I whisper something to you? Okay, here goes. Jerk! Dummy! Huh? Ruby, it's not working! Well, sorry, Ilya, but you're just not cut out to be naughty. So now I'm just a girl who spouted a bunch of nonsense at Silver Shinobi? Master, could you lend me your hand for a moment? My hand? What the? Abigail-senpai? What in the world are you doing? Oops. Looks like that pathetic naughty move you pulled only lit a fire under her butt. Hey, don't call me pathetic! How adorable. Seems all the servants who had been drowning in Shangri-La managed to make their way out. I did do my best to stop the mastermind from assembling her collection of death. But I'm going to miss this now that it's over. I would have liked to enjoy myself just a little more. Man, you're a piece of work, aren't you? Still, while I hate to admit it, I do get the sense you didn't do anything wrong. Maybe it's just in your nature to throw things out of whack even when you're helping. And end up saving the world when you're being evil. I take it that's your way of warning me to behave myself? You know, I originally came here just looking for a nice little getaway, but I really must say, this has turned out to be a summer to remember. I may not have been able to save any of those in need of assistance as I'd originally hoped. But I still got what I really wanted out of this, and that's enough for me. Now then, if you'll excuse me, nameless heroic spirit, I think I'll head back to Chaldea now. What she really wanted? Know what? I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to head back to the cottage. No sense overthinking a woman whose true nature I couldn't pin down if my life depended on it. Well, I guess this is the last night we'll be spending here. So it would seem. Soon night will give way to dawn, and dawn in turn to day. Alright, everyone. I'd say we've all earned ourselves a day to unwind and relax. What do you say we all spend this last day as we see fit until we're ready to return home? Incidentally, I'm thinking of taking my beloved on a nice, relaxing fishing trip. Fishing, eh? I like the sound of that. I'm a little sleepy, so I think I'll just go to bed. How about you, Abigail-senpai? I'm getting tired of being called senpai. Oh, me? I'm not sure. Then, would you like to join me? I've been wanting to talk to you about all sorts of things. Especially Silver Shinobi. Well, I suppose. Just make sure you two brush your teeth first. Okay. Well, I do not know about everyone else, but I'm more than ready for some video games. Would anyone care to join me? You know, I've never played one before. Could I ask you to teach me, Lady Tomoe? Absolutely. Come, we'll begin with the tutorial. Alright. I'm gonna go rest up too. I'm pretty beat after all that happened. How about you two? Well, I was thinking I'd stay here a little longer and watch the sunrise. That's so. Alright. Later then, Kohai. You did great, Senpai. You really did. And you better appreciate it. It's not easy being a senpai, you know. It's a beautiful sunrise, isn't it? What do you say we spend the whole day just having fun? That sounds great. Summer is still just getting started, after all. Okay, Master. We only have a little more of this precious time left. So let's make the most of our summer. And I think there's just an epilogue left. Yep. First off, let me collect those, rewards. Okay, getting a rare prism for that. Okay. Report on Immortal Redacted mask at the cottage. Okay. And where's that other one? Is that? Zufu's diary at the cottage. Okay. Alright. Let's see what we got. Sequel to the Aftermath of Sadness and Joy. Report on Immortal Redacted Mask. Zufu's diary. Let's go for the files first. Immortal Redacted Mask J. File 8. Report on Immortal Redacted Mask J. Only the new head of research or those authorized by the head of research may access this file. There are two types of masks, referred to as J-001 and J-002. Essentially, 001 is the prototype, and 002 is the mass production model. Anyone working with 001, including the head of research, should seek admin approval before touching it. Make sure they understand that whoever touches the mask is not to damage it under any circumstances, even to further their research. The manufacturing process for 001 has been lost, and our goal is to properly complete it. The mass-produced 002 models are merely one possible means to this end. So, what do we use as our criteria for completion? You have been told that the aim is for 001 to grant immortality when worn. This is a cover story. Our true goal is to discover how to kill an immortal. Now, after 2,200 years of research, we have determined that the way to truly kill an immortal is to crush all their possibilities. To that end, we have been simulating her death and collecting every conceivable method of murder. Some people initially had the idea to use humans, but the proposal was summarily rejected. To do so would cost over 100,000 lives, and killing so many humans so quickly would soon alert the outside world to the village's existence. So instead, we put 002 masks on dolls created under the first head of research, and used them to simulate and collect different methods of murder. Okay. Any concept the 002 masks collected would then be added to 001, and recorded as a single possibility. Once 001 has recorded every possible way to be killed, it should then be able to crush any possibility of an immortal continuing to live, thereby creating the means to kill an immortal. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. An example would be in the Greek myth of Heracles and the 12 labors. One of them was battling the Hydra. The problem was cutting off its head would produce 2 more. So I believe one version of the myth had Heracles cauterizing the wound when he cut off the Hydra's head so that nothing could grow back from it. Things like that.
Yep. I also remember a version of the myth where it's like there was one central immortal head that Heracles just tore off and buried.
That makes sense too. Okay. So please, hurry.
There were also the smaller immortal heads that he had to burn.
Oh, yeah. So please, hurry as fast as you can. We have no time left to waste. Please hurry, so that all of our hard work will not be for naught. P.S. All further research with the first head of research's dolls is now prohibited. We have learned that dolls wearing the masks have a tendency to go berserk and spread curses at an alarming rate. One such curse has also attached itself to the Mount Horai anthem tape. Please destroy the tape in question. While this scenario may seem similar to the living dead that were researched at one point, the potential danger is several orders of magnitude greater. Make no mistake, those dolls are filled with contempt for humans. So we have decided to dispose of all the first head's dolls, including the imitation males and virtual females. Some suggested that we use the menial labor dolls in their place. But if those dolls were to go berserk, we would have no means of stopping them. Suffice to say, our long-held wish has ended with extremely disappointing results. We recommend leaving this mountain as soon as possible and forgetting everything that took place here. Okay. Alright. Jufu's
And
diary.
the down bad for Pen Tower has begun.
What's that?
The down bad for Penthesilea hour has begun.
God damn it, Gojin.
It's a shame we're not going on for another hour.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna finish this event and it'll be like the next 10-15 minutes or so.
Then
Yeah.
should they be the down bad for Kato Danzo minutes?
I mean, maybe. I did
With the Donzo booty that Remy posted earlier?
Hey, it was still safe for work.
It was.
So
Barely.
Apparently.
It was.
So Silver has a thing for robot MILFs apparently.
Well, robots in general.
Hello. I see that you are just now meeting him. Everyone knows Remy has a thing for robots. How he gets regularly teased about it in the server.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not even gonna make jokes about you, Drake.
I mean, I'm not a robot.
Anyway.
Although if you did move in together, you could, you know.
Anyway.
Guys, let Silver do his thing.
Alright.
Yeah.
Let's see. File 9.
We can mock his robot fetishism later.
Sorry. Sorry, MGO, I'm just Regel personified.
Alright, anyway.
My only limits are cupcakes.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Let me speak.
Let's see. File 9. Jufu's diary. Let's see. I've been summoned as a servant. It must mean I'm supposed to resume my research here on Mount Horai. So from here on, I'll be keeping a diary. After all, if I'm here, then Lady Yu must be too. The first thing I'm going to do is see what's become of Mount Horai over the last 2,000 odd years. Okay, XY. This is amazing. The people I brought here must have been more talented than I realized. They not only stayed on this mountain for 2,200 years, they've continued our research the whole time. I won't deny that the fruits of their labors have degraded with each passing year. But even so, they managed to come tantalizingly close to our ultimate goal. Unfortunately, it also seems this village died off about 40 years ago. I doubt they went out with any sort of bang. Science has come to dominate the entire world, leaving no more room for secrets to hide. So they must have realized they simply couldn't go on like this any longer, especially since not everyone can live their lives like I did. Even the imitation people, the dolls I created so we could perform our experiments without killing real people, were no longer usable. It seems my successors tried hiring new people to carry out experiments on without killing them, but with little in the way of success. Near the end, their population had declined to less than 100 people. Still, they did make it this far over the last 2,000 years, and I'll be damned if I let their achievements go to waste. XZ. I dug up the dolls that were used for manual labor and freed the ones that had been sealed away. They may act up from time to time, but they're all willing to do what I say. So it only makes sense to use them as my pawns. All that aside, their faces are huge, huh? On a different subject, the thing that surprised me most is that historical records said I was a man. I knew I had my share of enemies back in the palace, but I never would have expected them to get back at me like this. That emperor didn't care if you were a man or a woman. All the emperor cared about was whether you could get the job done. Though, of course, the emperor was more than a little unusual as well. At any rate, history thinking me a man won't have any effect on my ability to see my plans through, so I won't pay it any more mind. August Xth. Someone showed up on the mountain out of nowhere today, even though it's in the process of becoming a singularity. It scared me enough that the first thing I did was use the mask to kill her. I swear, what was she even doing here? She kind of looked like a mermaid, but I don't think she was. August Wythe. Well, it happened. Other servants have been summoned to the singularity. But while I expected that, I didn't at all expect that one of them would promise to help me. I'm sure she has her own goals in mind, but as long as it works out in my favor, that's fine with me. August Zeeth. And now the other shoe has dropped. She's finally here. It's not exactly surprising, but it is strange to see her look just the same as she did thousands of years ago. She's just as dainty as I remember, and just as strong, too. I was so happy to see her I cried a little. Now at last I finally have the immortal Slayer mask in my hands. I have to do this. I'm basically the reason the singularity exists. So it should be well within my means to brainwash servants and use them to do my bidding. I'll also read the Master of Chaldea's memories and transform into him. I'll have to do so as a female version of him, thanks to the whole yin and yang thing, but oh well. Here in the singularity, anything I don't like can basically be fudged over with my visual and auditory illusions. Well, that one servant who controls dreams could be a problem, but I'll find and deal with her too eventually. I'm scared of fighting and terrible at it, but I'll do the best I can. Okay. So that's why we had the whole thing about, okay, Master's here at this location. No, he's at this location. This mask is so close to becoming a craft essence capable of killing immortals I can almost taste it. Will she hate me for this? Will she praise me for it? Either way is fine with me. I didn't come all this way for cheap talk, whether angry, happy, or anything in between. At least, that's what I thought. But at one point, something changed. Now I want to keep her close by at all times. I want to gaze upon her forever. Most importantly, those feelings she hated so much had tied me down. I could end up losing here. My wish, our wish, could end up vanishing along with this singularity. But I think I'm okay with that too. I guess if heaven and hell really do exist, there's no question where I'm headed. The villagers, though, they should be okay. After all, they never killed anyone aside from that one mage, and they were hardly a saint. Then again, I guess having everything disappear into nothingness in the end would be a fitting way for us to go out. August XX. I need to write this down before I completely lose my mind. I loved her from the bottom of my heart, both platonically and romantically. That's all there was to it. That should have been enough for me, except it wasn't. From a distance, she hasn't changed at all, but I know her history now. Not long after she and I met, she met a hero by the name of Zhang Yu. Part of me was jealous of him, while another part felt relieved. That part was happy to know she found someone she loved, even if they were only together for a short time. Even though there's no other creature on Earth as elegant as her, she still found something everyone has in common. So even if I should fail, and this body turns to dust, I won't have any regrets. Our final battle is coming up soon, and only one side will be walking away victorious. So come on, Silver Shinobi and Chaldea, and let's see what you've got. Sorry, that was a lie. I don't really mean it. The truth is, I don't feel any kind of pressure to win. After all, whether I win or they do, I know she'll still be happy. Which is why I know I have nothing to fear. While I'm at it, if someone else is reading this diary right now, then it must mean that Chaldea won. So, Silver Shinobi, if that's you, then I'll ask you here and now. Please take care of Lady Yume Ren for me. And Mash, if you're reading this too, then I'd just like to say I'm sorry for everything. But I really did enjoy the time we spent together. And that's the diary. Alright, I guess now we can just go for the finale. Sometime later. Well, sounds like you had a blast. How do we not remember any of that shit? I'm so sorry. You were dead, so... You think I'm that easy to kill? Oh, well, maybe.
Yes.
From everything you've said, it sounds like that singularity would have been a really bad match for me. I think I would have managed fine, but I could see myself getting lost in a dream.
Bait series.
That's exactly what I did? So, I was right then. At any rate, I'm glad you completed your investigation successfully. So what about your hubby? He ditched you or what? Alter! There are some things just not polite to ask about, no matter how much you may want to know. Well, you're doing a shit job of pretending not to care, Mrs. High and Mighty. Let's just say that things between us are the same as ever. So that's how a mature woman handles these things. And that is the whole story, Lady Osakabe Hime. Ew. Sounds like things were pretty tight tough over there. Not that I had to worry about them myself, since I've been shut up in here this whole time. Is that not kind of a bad thing in its own right? I couldn't help it! No matter what I did, all the hopes and dreams I had for my draft just never seemed to come true. I told her truthfully over and over. You'll never finish in time for the summer singularity like that, you'll know. But Batty still ended up running behind with her latest draft. Again. But that aside, you say I fought a fake version of Master at one point? I don't remember that at all, but I'm glad she at least turned out to be a fake. Not that there's anything good about fakes, of course, since they're personified lies who deserve nothing better than a fiery death. You were hardly the only one. The imposter had us all fooled. At any rate... Oops. There we go. I'm a little cross about how I have no summer camp memories with Master. At this point, I think my only choice is to have someone create another summer vacation singularity. Ah, summer. Season when fair-hearted maidens wish to spend a romantic night with the object of their affections. I mean, technically she already had that in a previous event. It was the one where you and a bunch of the female servants got stuck on a deserted island.
God.
And by a night, I specifically mean at least one Googleplex's worth of nights. A Googleplex's worth of nights? Is that a long time? Well, a Google is a 1 followed by 100 zeros. And a Googleplex is a Google times itself, so... yeah, that's a redonkulously long time. Hey, Kyoyo, you ever think you might be just a bit too attached to Machan? Not at all. I think it's a wonderfully romantic expression of love. Ooh, speaking of romantics, have you seen that new Roman guy yet? Oh yes, you mean Lord Romulus, the young one. Oh? So there's a younger one too? Not just the one with rock-hard abs? If that gorgeous golden armor of his is any indication, it's no wonder Rome became so famous. Right, they're referring to Romulus Quirinus because I believe at the time this event came out first time around, Lost Belt 5 Part 2 had dropped. And, spoiler alert, Romulus Quirinus was involved in, like, the climax of that Lost Belt.
Check Fate series over.
What's that?
Check Fate series. I found something incredible.
Is it another thing of Pente? Oh, nope. It's Fran. Okay, yes, that is indeed incredible. And Moriarty's face.
And Muscle Mordred.
And Muscle Mordred, okay, yeah.
Waifu is life.
Anyway.
Muscle is life.
Yeah.
Muscle is love. Muscle is life.
Alright, we get... Let's see.
We get, mate.
We citizens of Japan certainly do not have anything so ostentatious. Oh, I don't know. I hear it did used to be known as the Golden Land of Zipangu at one point. Ah! Yatta! Combo! Oh no! One unbroken string of expert parries leading to a friendship loveality. For a special move with friendship and love in the name, it seems much more focused on unadulterated hostility. I guess it does. But anyway, I win!
John, what were you trying to say?
Betty just looks adorable when she smiles like that.
Hey, Lance.
Yes, good for you, Batty. Now, what about the camp? Oh. You know, Master did miss having you around, Lady Osakabe Hime. He did? Did he now? He did, especially when we were all playing video games together. So he just wanted another player? Yeah, I'm joking. Still, that does motivate you, yes? Alright, I'm not gonna stop playing games, but I am gonna change to one that's all about getting into shape. Once I've slimmed down a bit with that, then I'll go hang out with Machan. I know this may be rich coming from me, but are you sure a video game is really going to help you get into shape? It's just like I always say, nothing beats burning, whether it's romance or calories. Just to reassure myself, you're not one of those people who likes to put the die in diet, are you? Why, yes, I am. And you know I would never lie. Yeesh. There has to be a better way to lose weight. I wonder if there's a good fitness game in VR. Why are you looking at me like that?
Or we could just sign her up for Ketz's lucha classes.
Pain is the best teacher, but no one wants to go to his class.
Or better yet, we could have her train with Penthe.
Not much better. Because from what I remember reading, the Greeks were especially brutal in terms of wrestling and boxing, and I don't think the Amazons were that different.
And that's what I love about Penthe.
I mean, given the fact that they're a creation of Greek myth, I mean, it's like, yeah. Kind of makes sense.
Let's see. And that is the long and short of it. Gotcha. Sounds like these other versions of us went through a hell of a time. So this William guy shot someone he never should have, huh? That's rough. No wonder he had a breakdown. You say this other me liked to submit and to lick shoes, Now that is truly the ultimate oppression. Nonetheless, this nightmare of mine was just that. Now that I am awake, it has no more power to oppress than a glass figurine. You know, for a berserker, you've got a real poetic side to you. Anyway, my nightmare was about failing due to a lack of funds and connections, huh? But so what? It was all just an illusion. Dreaming big is all well and good, but it ain't in my nature to leave my dreams unfulfilled. Changing the kind of dreams others would love to have into reality is how you change the world. So I'm gonna make them happen and change the world, no matter what it takes. Chasing one's dreams is indeed all well and good, Columbus, but be warned. If I should find you oppressing others in the course of pursuing your dreams, I will gladly do all I can to rebel against them. Me? Oppress others? Don't be ridiculous.
You're full of it.
Spartacus, John is being oppressed by Astolfo every night.
God damn it, man.
That just...
Besides, I've got God guiding my way in all, most of my endeavors, you know? I don't even know what oppression or immoral behavior looks like, so how could I ever do it myself? Yep, he is totally full of it. Well now, is that so? Sure is.
Go to head nurse, John.
Damn, that was close. I nearly got myself labeled an oppressor. His oppressor stat is currently at 89%. Should it rise to 90, that is when I will begin my rebellion. Man, those two are both hanging on by a thread, aren't they? Is there a reason all three of you went silent so suddenly? Silently shrugging in unison. Come to think of it, Prince of Lanling, have you seen Yume Ren at all since you got back? No, I haven't. Given everything I said the last time, well... I'm too embarrassed to show my face around her now. Shame is but temporary oppression. Liberate yourself from its yoke. Let Darkland free once more. Yeah!
Hear that, John? Shame is a temporary oppression.
I don't think you were supposed to use his words against him.
Kojin, go to head
Yada yada. And so we have returned. Now is the time to celebrate our king's triumph. Wow. What an amazing adventure you all had. So, what did you do while this was going on, Mordred? Well, all I know is that at some point I started having this crazy awesome dream. Apparently it was all a complete crock or some shit, but who cares? Oh, come on, Mordred, this is no laughing matter. You're a knight of the Round Table. You should have resisted that lie with honor, like they... Oh. So, Lancelot and Gawain were trapped in a dream. Tristan died without a fight. How about it, ass faces? Say something. No, we got nothing. Quit harmonizing! Ah, beautiful knights in shining beachwear. Knights who met their end in death and dreams alike. Now that you are awake, all is well once again. Oh, happy day, oh, happy day. I'm not happy about this, not one bit. I don't know. I think there's cause to be happy here. Oh yeah? And why's that? We now know that even if we should face a foe, we Knights of the Round Table simply cannot overcome. Chaldea will still emerge triumphant in the end. We can now rest assured in the knowledge that our comrades from other lands and worlds have proven to be just as committed to this fight as we are. That is both encouraging and a source of pride for us all. Indeed, Sir Lancelot speaks the truth. We have comrades here we can trust to watch our backs, even if they are not fellow Knights of the Round Table. That is just as true in the tavern as it is for the battlefield. That trust gives our sword arms strength, regardless of what manner of predicament we may find ourselves in. As such, there's nothing we need fear, regardless of what may happen to us.
Well, there's something you should fear, alright.
Gotta hand it to these guys. They're not complete dumbasses all the time. But of course, a true knight must be as chivalrous and wise as they are adept in battle, Mordred. Which is why it might serve you well to spend a little less time at the beach and a little more at the library. What was that? Okay, that's enough. I, for one, don't want to get in trouble for fighting in the cafeteria again.
I'm about to call penicillin in here.
Then allow me to lighten the mood by singing a song. Oh, by all means, Sir Tristan. Are you ready, Phantom? Then let's begin.
Friend,
I think I do need to use...
fellow knights called you beautiful.
Okay, we're gonna go now. Bye-bye, Adelante. Come on, Lily, let's be on our way. I'm surprised you're all handling this so well. I don't know when I'll be able to sleep without a nightlight again. Don't worry, it's okay. If any monsters show up, we'll just dismember them. I guess the fact that we really are fine even after everything that happened is one of our greatest strengths. I suppose I have the Brothers Grimm to thank for that, for better or worse. Phew. I am completely exhausted. I do enjoy playing with children, but it is also a lot of hard work. In fact, I think energetic children may even be more frightening than ghosts or zombies. Tell me about it. Ugh. True, you did a wonderful job entertaining them as well. Thank you. Oh, don't mention it. Could I ask for your assistance on the next playdate as well? You serious? Very. Honestly, I really am freaking exhausted. But it was also a lot of fun, and I can't let them down if they're depending on me. Alright, I'll be there. Good. Incidentally, you should know there are other children's playmates who would have joined us if they had not been otherwise indisposed. Like who?
Like my Amazonian kids?
Sup? Oh, so you're the new guy, huh, Mandricardo? I'm Achilles, the invincible hero of legend. Glad to meet you. I'm Chiron, the head teacher. It would be wonderful to have an assistant during class.
And Achilles is in the...
God damn it, Kojin. Oh my, oh me, oh my. Aren't you just absolutely darling, child? There's a good boy. Would you like a candy?
Have fun getting torn to shreds, guys. Out.
Requesting a transfer ASAP!
Stranger danger.
I love whenever Mandricardo has that cartoon face. Because it's just like, okay, yep, nope, out of here. I sure am glad to be back. That mission was really tough. You don't say. Is that so? Huh? What's going on? Why do you two sound upset? Probably because they just finished listening to you tell them about your once-in-a-materialization summer vacation. Vacation? I was frightened out of my wits almost the whole time. Don't give me that. I would have given anything to be snuggling up with Master as we solved a singularity together. Snuggling? I wasn't snuggling anyone, Kuro. And would you please stop standing up and waving your wand around me, you? Wait, you're waving it at me? Why? I searched for you all over there, but I never managed to find you. I think it's because Ruby never responded to any of the messages I had Sapphire send out. Now you've got to pay. I already told you our communications were jammed. We couldn't contact anybody. Would you children please be quiet if you can? Oh, hi, Abigail Senpai. Senpai? That's right, Senpai. She's just accepting it. She's right, you know. This singularity was a lot for a child to handle. It's better for all of you that you stayed out of it like you should have. What's with this girl? She looks the same age as us, but she's so grown up. In that sense, I suppose you could say Ilya's even climbed the staircase to adulthood herself now. You think? I guess so, or I hope so. You may be on the staircase now, Ilya, but you're barely halfway up the first step. Suffice to say, you've still got a long, long way to go. I know that. You don't have to tell me. Oh, speaking of the staircase to adulthood, I wonder where Sesshoin is now. After we came back to Chaldea together, I believe she was punished somehow. I had to get my spirit origin sealed away too, so I'm only at half power now. Though I must say, it was very strange. Sesshoin seemed so happy about her punishment, it was almost creepy. Huh. I wonder why that is. Beats me. Congratulations on a job well done, everyone. Well, well, if it isn't the hero of the singularity. Enjoy your summer stint in the mountains? Stop that, Lord Henderson. You're embarrassing me. We may not have been part of this latest ray shift, but we are told that your contributions were enough to make any author servant proud. I don't know about that. I had to depend on my movie knowledge much more than I did my storytelling skills. Really, the whole singularity would never have been resolved without the efforts of everyone else who ray shifted there with me. I see, I see. On a different note, might I ask what has become of your swimsuit? Oh, that? Well, I thought it might not be the most, appropriate attire with which to walk around Chaldea. Oh, but perhaps my literary girl outfit would be another story. Well, now, that sounds fascinating. Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Could I ask you something, Lord Anderson? What is it? So, they said I'll need to be kept under close supervision for a while to ensure I don't engage in any further undesirable, independent action. I can't say I blame them. After all, I've never truly been fully present here. Better for them that they not include me as part of the regular roster. Now, more importantly... I did it! I did it! I really did it! After all these years, the dream I had all but abandoned has finally come true. Yes, that's right. Though I did originally turn into a child version of myself in order to pull the wool over Zhu Fu's eyes. While I was wandering about aimlessly, I was still fortunate enough to encounter a servant in the woods, grumbling about wanting to go home. So you're lost too, huh? Damn it, of all the luck. I can't just sit around then, can I? I don't mind dying like a dog out here by myself, but I can't do that with a child around. Alright, If you don't have anywhere else to go, then come with me. If all you need's a roof over your head, I know a place with plenty of rooms to spare. With my memory sealed away, I didn't think twice about going along with that servant. It wasn't until later that I learned he was one of the world's most eminent storybook authors, and that he had been summoned to that singularity as his young adult self. As a child unaware of my identity as Sessioin Kiara, I unwittingly asked him to grant a wish I'd ever had since my real childhood. You're at least the 1,000th person to ask me for that. But alright, I already have some idea of how I'd go about it. I was too proud to write sequels to any of my hit stories back when I was still alive. But now that I'm a rootless servant, I suppose I could at least make one child's dream come true. And so he began to write. Well, not immediately. At first he insisted on a fancy writing desk, followed by a private study. But eventually I managed to provide him with his ideal writing environment, and got him to finally start putting pen to paper. It was a most impressive feat, if I do say so myself. Well done indeed, Lily. When you get right down to it, people are driven by insatiable desires. My ham-fisted villainy and the way I went about trampling all over Zhu Fu's fervent wish were all to divert attention from my true goal. My one desire in all of this was the sequel to The Little Mermaid. That actually is a beautiful cover. Okay, time to make some tea, and I'll get some cookies while I'm at it. I hum happily as I go about preparing the perfect reading environment. I take a deep breath. I don't care how awful it may have turned out. The important thing is I finally have the sequel I'd always dreamed about since I was a child. I take another deep breath. Alright, I'm off to my own private Shangri-La. And with that, I slowly turn the first page. You met an adult version of me. And you say he was writing? In a decrepit old building, no less? Yes, that's right, which was why I simply had to ask. Tell me, Lord Anderson, would you be able to write in such an environment? Who do you think I am? You're talking to a man who continuously bemoaned the state of the world and said he was sure to die at any moment. Even as he ultimately ended up living to the ripe old age of 70. Even if this other version of me had been motivated to do so. I could never have gotten any writing done in such an overwhelmingly hospitable environment, you moron. Tucked inside the book's blank pages was a single small bookmark with the following message. Sorry, I just couldn't write it. Oh? I say, Anderson, am I imagining things, or do you hear faint echoes of someone cursing your name, too? Of course it's your imagination. Chills down my spine? Absurd. What incredible confidence! But I don't believe him about the chills. I'm just imagining that scene from The Simpsons of, what was it? Mr. Burns forgot Homer Simpson's name. He realized that he left his name out. So he just tells the kids to leave the room, and then he just curses. And it's the biggest F-bomb, so big that you hear the church have like this big organ note. The only thing I'm afraid of is readers telling me to my face that they want to read the sequel. Besides, when you're a writer, people are going to gossip about you no matter what, right? So you can't pay attention to endless rumors. Those kinds of groundless musings, mirages if you will, can be a writer's downfall. So the summer dream has come to an end. Now that the nightmare is over, all that remains is the reality of tomorrow. The situation may have been a bit more of a hassle than expected, but now that it's over, all's well that ends well. Still, a sequel to The Little Mermaid, huh? Can't say I'm not intrigued, but I know better than to ask for the impossible. Now then, since our paths have crossed like this, why don't we take this opportunity to enjoy a cup of coffee? Lord Zhang-Yu! Hello, beloved. You arrived 5 minutes earlier than I'd calculated. Of course I did. Every good woman knows to be ready 5 minutes ahead of schedule. When did you get here, Lord Zhang-Yu? 2.5 hours ago, according to the simulator log. That long ago? Does this mean I've been making you wait for 2.5 hours? Please, pay it no mind. I was simply taking in the sea while I focused on looking over your records. My records? Indeed. Though things did go better without me around, as I'd calculated, there was never any doubt that I would pore over your records as well. There wasn't? Calculations drive everything. Even before this latest incident began, they told me that you would be standing here today. And they were right. They were, weren't they? But nonetheless, I was worried I may have made a mistake somewhere, or that perhaps an unknown variable might have worked its way into the scenario. So, to ease my concerns, I went over the records countless times to check and recheck my calculations. You did? Fortunately, my calculations returned identical results every time, thereby proving themselves correct. But even so... Oh, Lord Zhang-Yu, you really were worried about me, weren't you? No, I was not. All I did was repeat my calculations. There was no room anywhere for my personal feelings to factor into the equation. You're wrong. I've made up my mind. I've decided that my precious Lord Zhang-Yu was worried about me. And I'll be damned if I let some calculations change my mind. Is that so?
Yeah, it's so. Lord Zhang-Yu? Now that we're here together, I'd like you to watch me dance. Just like you used to watch over me a long time ago.
Of course. Bathed in rays of light from the virtual sun, the immortal butterfly dances on the sandy shore. And as she dances, she thinks. She thinks about how eventually this scene, this moment, will fade away like so much mist. She knows that unless she wishes for eternal oblivion, she will always be left behind, outside the axis of time. Though her former friend, Zhu Fu, thought that would be a terrible fate, the butterfly has made her peace with it. Her perception of the present is already vague and ambiguous, and her past and future were both to be equal parts beautiful and awful. But even so, records of her deeds continue to be woven, proclaiming that on this day, I was here, my virtual self, dancing under a virtual sky. Aww. That's sweet. Hey, got a crystallized lore for that.
And
This-
we can finally talk again.
Yep.
That's a lot. That was a lot.
It was a lot.
今回は意外と大変。ちょっと何よその目は。知らないわよ。
There we go.
私
Hello, who hopped in?
とにか
Oh,
く全力でいいわね。
you're Rick. You still there?
Guessing you cleared the event because you cleared the main story while I was out.
Yep.
Yep.
Just finished the cutscenes and everything.
Great. Ooh. Yeah.
Ugh. Obtain all the files. There we go, there we go. Oh man, we are getting a bunch of the other missions collected. Alright, can be claimed. Alright, 20 free quests during nighttime. 600 mini chainsaws, 600 freshly picked vegetables, well-dried firewood, Yume Ren Bond level 3, 90 missions.
Oh, my laptop is real warm right now.
Yeah. I think the rest of the missions I'll go ahead and clear out on my own time now. Yeah, so I believe, if I remember right, let me check something real quick. Okay. Oh! It's only going to be 14 more hours until everybody can start the 4-job Fiesta run.
Oh boy.
Interesting.
So I guess I basically cleared this event just in time.
Well, technically, let's see, you'd have
And
at least a whole other day, given how
and
you said
I-
15 hours.
And I have already started my run. Monk is as devastating as I hoped it would be.
Yeah. From what I remember, it's not much different from Final Fantasy 1 Monk, where the unarmed combat stat is just insane.
The trade-off seems to be that they can't equip weapons, but like I'm doing triple-digit damage with some of these guys. I don't need weapons. They are literally punching through everything in a matter of seconds.
Alright, let's see. Who are we going to raid this time?
Like, why do you need a sword when you have a hammer that just breaks through everything? Why do you need a sword when you have a hammer that...
I guess I'll go ahead and raid Kadroth, who is also playing some, Fate Grand Order. It looks like they're doing the, JP side of things.
Tom is live.
Tom is live.
So is Josh Jepson. We got Octopimp, who it's been a dog's age since we raided Octopimp.
It has.
No, I think it's also been a dog's age since we raided PK Sparks, who's also live right now.
Yeah, I guess we have.
There's a lot of options. We could raid Killer Snow.
Yeah. With the raid message I haven't...
There are many...
With the raid message I have in mind, I guess Kadroth would be the best option, though.
Life has many doors, Edboy.
Alright.
I always make sure I hold off on that impression just long enough that I can get you.
Alright. We're gonna raid Kadroth with Kuroneko Pancake. Alright. And I guess tomorrow's stream I'll be starting on 4-Job Fiesta.
I can't wait to see the jobs you get.
Oh boy. Alright. Let's go ahead and raid, and I will see you guys later.